So when you purchased, the sales price was $300,000. I hope you're okay with me sharing that with people. And based on amortization schedules and how loans pay down, you're probably at about $290,000 now. And if we look up your home on Zillow or Redfin, it puts it at about $330,000. So that's $40,000 in about a year and 3 months that you've earned in equity. So, not easy for people to save $40,000 in a bank account, right? So, Simone, you always say you have to get in the game to build equity. So tell us about getting in the game.
So Latrice is a first-time home buyer, and I always remind my clients that, to put in your mind whether this is your first home or your forever home. Make sure that your expectations, remember we talked about that, are set. I tell people your first home may not be your dream home, so maybe it doesn't have the pool, and maybe it doesn't have the 2-car garage, but it gets you into the game. It gives you the bare minimums of what you need. You like it, and then you're able to build equity like Latrice has been able to do in just a little over a year. And you take that equity and you can sell the home later and buy a new home. You can rent that home out and have a rental property and buy a new home. But just renting is not going to get you equity. And like you said, Scott, trying to save $40,000 in a bank account over 15 months is not the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
But through home ownership, you can really open your life up to a bunch more opportunities through your equity.
So I love the fact that you mentioned first home versus forever home. So do you feel like you had to maybe compromise or adjust a little bit in what you were looking at? When you started the home buying process, were you looking at something and then maybe, but this is it? Like, tell us about that a little bit. And maybe you didn't have to.
I did. And so we actually had a conversation because Simone is my realtor. And realtor, that was the conversation before. Anyway, we were in a home and I had gotten approved for a much larger loan than I chose. And I got approved for a lot more. And so I was like, I'm going to just get this. I'm going to get the top of what I was approved for. And I'm so glad I didn't do that, because I wanted to leave room to be able to do things around the house if something breaks. But we had a conversation. We were standing in this house that had a pool, and I'm like, how am I going to manage a pool? And Simone gave me this little talk. And here's the thing. A lot of us are in these Facebook groups that give like all this homeowner advice and how to purchase. And most of these people are experts at nothing. They've never purchased a home. If they have, maybe they live in their grandmama's basement, And so we have these people who are not experts that do not understand the game, or maybe they purchased a long time ago when the industry was a little different. And so Simone was like, listen, this may not be your forever home. So don't feel like you have to have the perfect home. And it was crazy because I was looking in a different county and I found the home that I wanted, and it was in the price range that I was really comfortable paying. And we just kind of, put in a bid for it and got it. So it was amazing. But she gave me the talk. She was like, Latrice, and the other homes that I wanted that were older. They weren't as nice as the house that I actually ended up getting.
Fairly new. Her house is fairly new, and so it was, we switched counties, and it was a game changer. So, yeah, but I definitely tell people to stick to it. I tell people I'm an agent that's much less concerned with selling you $1 million house, and I'm much more concerned with, are you going to be comfortable with your monthly payment? So, like Latrice said, she was approved way higher than we spent, like a whole lot higher than we spent. But the monthly payment that she wanted to still live her life comfortably, we lowered our price range to be able to do that. So, I tell people that, like, yes, selling $1 million house is nice, but I sleep better at night knowing that you guys are as comfortable as you said you felt when we purchased the home, and that means more to me.
Yeah.